All right, so this is a video overview of the course I created called Tech Support and More. And this course is intended for middle schoolers, primarily eighth graders, as an elective semester long course that could be run by a CTE teacher or, more specifically in my mind, a librarian. So the course is blended, meaning that it is mix of online and in person. And with my idea of the librarian running this course through the library, it's really structured online so that the librarian isn't having to do too much teaching and still able to complete their other activities or other responsibilities. So from the homepage, you'll see that you can find the course syllabus and the teacher can input their own email as well as the class time. And you'll see bits throughout this course is very much a foundation and a blueprint for the curriculum so that teachers can kind of take it and run with their own way. So I haven't added any due dates or anything like that, as that would be more specific to each course or each class. So I set it up through the modules format on Canvas, and each week has their own module. And I'll walk you through what each week will kind of look like. So you'll see in weeks one, they're learning things all about technology at the school, what tech we already have, what tech they might like to bring in. Week two, they're learning all about the Chromebook, and that will help them with pathway number one. So my course has three pathways. Pathway number one is technology assistance, where students will be working on Google Applied Skills while also manning the help desk at the school, where students and teachers can come in if they're having any sort of technology issues. Pathway number two is blogging, where students will research different kind of technologies, different things you can do with Google Apps, any sort of technology research, and write a blog. And then pathway number three is TechTuber, where students will create tutorials on how to complete different things. So weeks one and two are kind of just a general overview into you need to know for the course. And week three, four, and five is a guided assisted like pathway where students can kind of learn the basics of what they will be doing later on in the course. And then you'll see that there are multiple weeks kind of laid out after that. So the plan is that students will be put into three groups and they will rotate through all three pathways, with each pathway lasting 3 weeks. And they'll make it through pathway number one, which is tech assistance, two, blogging, and three, tech tuber, each once. And then they'll get to choose their own choice for a 3 week time frame. And then lastly, week 18 is their reflection and portfolio that they'll work on. So let's look at the setup of week number one. And this kind of replicates the setup of all of the course. There's a weekly agenda as well as a daily agenda and different numbered assignments for the entire week. So this week has 8 assignments and students will know like everything that they need to do. So let's look at one of our agendas. And so from the agenda, students will be able to see the learning targets for the day and as well as click through to everything that they might need to do. And for their first day in class, they will watch a video overview of the course that I made in Powtoon that will allow the student to kind of get a glimpse into what to expect for the entire semester. And this video walks through all of the pathways and what a typical week would look like in that pathway. I will not play the whole video, but I'll give you a glimpse into what it looks like. And so the video goes on for a little bit longer to talk about each pathway and what to expect. All right, and so after watching the video on day one, they will complete a survey. And I tried to use kind of all aspects of Canvas so I could get a general understanding of the platform. So this is an ungraded survey, but there will also be the quizzes, graded quizzes in it as well, and kind of tried all of the different possibilities. All right, so then after they complete the survey, they will create a name tag for themselves. So since they are one of the faces of the school helping solve technology issues and kind of serve in a different role, they will all create their own name tag that they will wear during the class period. So, looking back at our modules, I won't go into every aspect of week one, but they'll do some team building on Tuesday. Wednesday, they'll walk around the school and look at the technology that teachers are doing. And Thursday, they'll look at technology and their notices and wonders in the library. And then lastly, they'll do a mini research project on one day where they'll research a technology they're choosing that we have at the school. All right, so then in week number 2, they'll learn all about the Chromebook. And again, there's a weekly overview as well as agendas for each day. And so they'll start off with a Chromebook scavenger hunt that they'll do for a few days, as well as learning about functions and shortcuts. And for the Chromebook functions, I actually utilized the Rise 360 that we learned in our online learning class, where students can actually click the different keys of the Chromebook to kind of learn exactly what the functions do and then take a quiz at the end. And so then they'll move on after this to learning about shortcuts and highlighting keys, and learning the importance of shortcuts with a quiz to become a Chromebook whiz at the end of the week. So after those first 2 weeks, you start working into our pathways. And tech assistance is the first pathway. And again, there's a weekly overview that lays out what to expect for the week. And so they're going to start the week off, and they'll start every pathway off this way with an introduction. So let's look at our introduction for this week. And it will be another video on the pathway number 1. So this video, I try to use a different platform to make it. This one was made through Canva, and you can click through here and watch that. And so for pathway number 1, which is the tech assistance or the technology help desk, they will be starting off with an anticipatory set to see what they already know, learn a little bit about customer service, work on some customer service scenarios, and then ultimately they will record themselves with a classmate kind of practicing those customer service skills of what is good and what they need to work on. And then also part of pathway number 1 is the applied digital skills that students will complete through Google when there is no one needing assistance in the library. So that is pathway number 1. Then we're going to move on to week 4, which is pathway number 2, and that is all about blogging. Students will get a glimpse into what blogging is, practice some pre-writing skills like a brain dump, choosing their topic, completing a KWL, researching and writing their blog, working through editing, and the blog is published on the school website through Blogger. And then pathway number 3 is TechTuber. And again, they have agenda, a video to get them started, and they will be exploring storyboarding and how that can help you create a video while using Screencastify and posting tutorials and practicing a tutorial video. And then week 6, 7, 8, all the way through week 14, they are through working in small groups through a pathway. So for example, I'll just walk through the main 3 pathways again. They have kind of the same structure every week, so they know what to expect. But again, for pathway number 1, which is the student help desk or tech assistance, they'll be submitting what applied digital skills they worked on, completing a reflection survey, as well as creating a reflection to post in their portfolio. That is 60% of their final grade. And they'll do this for all 3 weeks that they serve in this first pathway. Another set of students will be working on the Blogger pathway. And again, it is very much structured like the guided pathways that they did earlier on in the semester. They'll start off with a KWL chart to kind of track what they know about what their topic is. They'll work through writing it, editing it, publishing it, and then a weekly reflection that they will also put into their portfolio along with the blog that they created. And these blogs are posted to the school library page so that, or the school website, so that their peers and teachers can view them as well for help. And they'll do the exact same things for all 3 of those weeks in that pathway with a different topic and blog written each week. And then for TechTuber, they will work through their storyboard, choosing what they would like to create their video on, recording it, editing it, posting it, and again, a weekly reflection. And students will work through each pathway once. And then for the final week, they will have their choice of which pathway, and they'll complete all of the same activities of the pathway of their choosing. And then the final week of the course is really focused on the portfolio that they are submitting. So this portfolio is 60% of their grade, and it encompasses all of their work that they created. The 3 blogs that they wrote in each of their pathways. The 3 blogs they wrote in pathway number 2, their reflections in pathway number 1, and their videos in pathway number 3. So it is kind of a final week, and they will write one final reflection for the course. And again, you can access all individual assignments. They are all created and completed for you to access individually. As for grades for the course, I kind of just separated it into major and minor. The minor grades are the small little things that they do throughout the week to keep them on track, and the major grades is their entire portfolio that they create. So again, everything is posted here already. However, if I were, again, to teach this course, I would not post things all at once. I would do it week by week and assign each module specifically to each group so that they aren't seeing another group's module that they don't need for that week. All right, if you have any questions, hopefully those will be answered through exploring my Canvas course and also through the course overview or syllabus that I will share with you as well. Thank you.